friends. Welcome back to my channel, Mel's Stampin' Gallery. I'm Mel, and I am so excited to be kicking off a brand new creative series with you starting today. I have right here the Make a Memory kit from Stampin' Up, and I thought it would be fun for us to sit down together and work through the kit and complete the layout. This kit comes with everything you need to make 12 single page layouts, perfect for capturing those everyday special memories in a beautiful and meaningful way. For the next few weeks, we will be working our way through the kit. So you are going to want to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss the next time I post one of these videos. Go ahead and grab your kit and we'll head down to the basement to the craft room and we'll get started. Hey, if you don't have a kit yet, check that link down below in the description box. That's where you'll find it. All right, well, let's get inside. It's hot out here. Let's go get started. So here is the instruction booklet, and I'm just showing you here the one that I have decided to start with today. It is a single page layout, as they all are, and for today's video I just want to keep it simple and stick to the single page layout. Now I'm showing you here that the 12 by 12 paper is a pattern paper, and it is single-sided, and it is quite a bit sturdier than the normal cardstock, two-tone cardstock, or the normal pattern paper. I have gone ahead and pulled out the supplies that I need as were shown in the instruction sheet for this particular layout. You see there's the title and some little sprigs and florals. I went ahead and I printed my journaling ahead of time on the vellum. There's a couple little pattern papers and a banner shape that go along with this particular layout. I decided for the layout to kind of stick to the script, if you will. I wanted to document just a couple of everyday photos. There is a photo of myself, which I know is not the greatest photo in the world, but the point is to get yourself into your scrapbook pages. If you haven't done that, I highly recommend that you do. Don't be afraid to include yourself in your scrapbooks, no matter what you think about how you photograph, because it's not all about how you think you look. It's about capturing those memories for those future generations. And I hope someday that when I'm not around, Charlotte and Izzy and Addison can look at this and remember their grandmother. So today it's all about enjoying the now, as you see on that sticker sheet. I was just placing it in the approximate location, making sure that my journaling will fit there. Then you see I took that banner strip and I cut it in two so that I could make it a little bit longer, and the seam will go underneath that one pattern paper, so you won't even see that. Those little pattern papers are basically they're 4 by 6 pocket card sizes. They're not full sheets of pattern paper, so you can use them as embellishments as you wish. So I'm just fiddling with the photos, getting them in the proper place, making sure that title is going to fit under there, and making sure that that journaling is going to fit there as well. I will go ahead and use my tape runner then and put the photos down in the proper place, as you see here. And I had them offset first, and I think I decided to just go ahead and put them on just straight. And then I will go ahead and take that title. I am taking it off the sticker sheet. Those are stickers. They're a little bit paperboard. They feel kind of like paperboard a little bit. And I decided to put it on some Stampin' Dimensionals to pop that up a little bit so that I could slide the journaling under there. I'm just going to go ahead and take these Stampin' Dimensionals. You see it is very sticky. I should have taken my anti-static pouch maybe and taken the sticky off of it, but I couldn't find it at the moment. So I'm just putting on the dimensionals like you see and peeling off the back. A little tip for peeling the backing off of your Stampin' Dimensionals: if you take your thumbnail and press down on the foam part, it makes the backing pop up a little bit, and then it's easy to pull that backing off of the Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm just placing that down, and then I will take my journaling that I have already typed on some vellum and I will put it on the title there. Then I'm just showing you how the different embellishment clusters, going to fiddle with those a little bit using the pieces that the layout recommended. And I will add a few little extra pieces as well from my stash. But these are a couple of the sprigs, if you will, that were in the packet. And you will see these are sticky as well, very sticky. So I'm just gently placing them down to see if that's where I want it. And I do change that out a little bit and add that heart down there if you see that down below. And I used my tape runner to put that heart on there. And I found this little banner piece that's also in the kit. Slide that under there to kind of beef up that embellishment cluster a little bit. Now I've brought in just a few things from my stash, not a lot. Now if you decide to do this, of course you do not have to add those pieces into your embellishment clusters, but I had them, so I figured why not. And here I'm bringing in some more of those sprigs that I had, and there's those sprigs that are the stickers. I actually did take the sticky off the back with my anti-static pouch so I could move those around a little bit easier. Here you see I'm using some extra ephemera that I have, and that is an extra product that I did decide to bring in, and this is called the Fabulous Floral Washi Tape. So it's a roll of washi tape, and then there is a coordinating die that I showed you that goes along with that. You put the washi tape down on cardstock or vellum or whatever you have, and then you can cut it out with the coordinating die, and you get all those cute little floral embellishments. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a layout of mine if I didn't add a little bit of sparkle. So you see I'm taking my glimmer brush and just tapping it onto my layout using a bone folder. I cover up my photos with the copy paper first and did a little spray on there first to make sure it was the way that I wanted it. Now you see I had a little boo-boo down here in the corner. I think I laid it on top of some ink or something. So to fix that, I just tore it out like a little notch. And then I took another one of the little tags from the kit, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that behind that little notch so that it kind of coordinates with the rest of the embellishment cluster, and it just kind of peeks out from the bottom there. I really like that little peekaboo look on layouts. I've seen it done before. I've done it a few times. I'll have to remember to do that a little bit more often. But then because I had it down there, I wanted to bring it up to the opposite corner. So what I cut off from the back of that little piece, I just put on the top like it was a little banner, just overlapping the top there. And I'm using my Barely Art glue to adhere that down to the top of the layout. And of course, one of the other things that I like to add to my layouts are the gems. So I am using some of the gems from the Painterly Pears collection, and I will add these to my embellishment clusters as well. I just think it finishes it off nice and gives it an extra little shine and an extra little bit of texture. And to pick the gems up from the acetate sheet, I find it's really easy to do that if you use the putty tip on your Take a Pick tool. And you take the putty tip, like I said, and you're going to slide the embellishments off. The inclination at first when I got that tool was to try to pick it up, but I find that sliding it off is much easier than trying to pick it up or even using the pointy tip. I really like using that putty end of that tool. And I like to put them in each of the clusters and in groups of 3 as well. So I am just going to bring this up and show you each of those clusters up close. And I wanted to remind you, if you want to try these products for yourself, don't forget to check out that description box down below where you will find all the links for all the products that I used in this layout. Just tap to shop. And if you are enjoying today's video, just a reminder to tap that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another crafty video. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.